Well, good evening, all. Welcome to KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. I am Dave. And this is where ham radio comes to life. We'll be streaming the NARC Thursday night check-in net tonight. Let all the members and people checking in be able to hear what the radio sounds like through my radio. But it lets them know how the radio's working, and if there's a problem, they can listen to it on the stream themselves. As you heard, K0JGI will be the net control tonight. And if you stop by the stream, you're watching the stream, jump in the chat and say hi. Looking forward to the Oars Hamfest this weekend. It'll be at the Mark Center in Mount Vernon. We'll have a table down there, so if you come by the Hamfest, definitely stop by and say hi. I guess we better get the audio for the radio turned on. Now we're good to go, and that should start here in about a minute or so. We'll listen to it through the 442 tonight.
Good evening and welcome to the next Amateur Radio Club's Thursday Night Net. The net meets every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. on the club's multi-band suite of repeaters covering the Springfield metro area. The purpose of this net is to pass along announcements and information for both club and regional amateur radio activities, improve camaraderie against area amateurs, and find equipment and parts for your station or project. You can also take advantage of the multi-band facet of this net to utilize other bands besides 2 meters and 70 centimeters to check into nets and communicate with other amateurs. Utilizing 10 meters, 6 meters, 1.25 meters, 33 centimeters, and the 23 centimeter bands will help you learn your station's capabilities and the repeater's capabilities and find others with similar interest in those bands. Stand by, more follows. You can check into this net on the 29.680, 53.270, 145.270, 147.015, 224.280, 442.425, 927.0125, and 1285.050 repeaters. All those repeaters have a PL of 162.2 hertz, except the 10-meter repeater, which uses a PL of 123 hertz. For VoIP check-ins, you can use All-Star node 565503, or you can use Echolink node K0NXA-L. Stand by, more follows. KE0JGI continuing. Please key your microphone for 1 second before speaking to allow all the links to rise, and then give your call sign first phonetically, then the regular way, followed by your location and what repeater you're using to check into the net. First of all, are there any news or announcements for this week's net? Please call now. This is KE0JGI.
KE6GAE.
All right, I heard KE6GAE. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh, thank you, Sean. I just want to let everybody know that I am streaming the net tonight. So if you want to hear what your radio sounds like through my radio, just find it on KE6GAE, the Hillbilly Ham. Also want to let everybody remind everybody that the Orr's Ham Fest is this weekend at the Mark in Mount Vernon from 8 to 10. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of people there. Other than that, that's all we got tonight, Sean. So we'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control.
Sounds good. Thank you for those announcements, Dave. I'll be clear with KE6GAE. Is there anyone else that has news or announcements for the next NARC net? Please call now. This is KE0JGI. All right, hearing none, I'm going to go ahead with some club announcements. On Saturday, April 12th, the Nixa Amateur Radio Club will have our next monthly meeting. This one will be a second weather-related training session. It's going to be held at the Fire Department's new 150-seat regional training facility. It's located at the same place we used to meet when we were at the fire station. It's at 711 North Main from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This session will feature the National Weather Service's warning coordinator, Steve Runnels, and the Southwest Missouri Regional Skywarn coordinator, Patty Palmer, KD0AEL. Mr. Runnels will talk to us about how mobile spotters can best help the meteorologist at his facility, any changes that the National Weather Service has instituted to weather prediction and weather warning issuances, and give kind of a farmer's almanac-style forecast overview for what the National Weather Service is predicting for severe weather in our area. Stand by, more follows. Patty and Steve Palmer will then talk about the Skywarn program, give us an overview of what the program's goals and the expectations for the program's continued growth is, how to become a spotter involved with Southwest Missouri Skywarn, tools that are recommended for spotting, types of radios, bands, and any mobile weather station equipment, rally points, simple tactical frequencies, and repeater systems to monitor and report to during severe weather. This event is open to anyone, from any club, any group, ARIES, RACIES, as well as public safety and emergency management spotters and team members. Stand by, more follows. If you have not renewed for 2025, we encourage you to do so online at www.nixahams.net. Click on the Join NARC link or go to www.nixahams.net/roster and click on either single or family. After you've renewed, you can confirm your renewal is complete by going to the roster, scrolling down to the bottom of the page, and make sure your name's on the roster. For those of you that have paid in November or December or online or in person at a meeting, we've got your information and you will be added shortly. Stand by, more follows. Some other area nets of interest that you might want to check into. The Region D ARIES net is held on the SMLRS system Fridays at 7:30 p.m. The Region D ARIES 6-meter net is held on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. on the 53.270 repeater. The Ozarks All-Digital net is held on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on DMR, Fusion, NextN, and P25 talk groups 31291 on any digital repeater or on your personal hotspot. I believe I've gotten through all the announcements, We'll go ahead and start with check-ins. Anybody that wishes to check into the Nixa Amateur Radio Club's Thursday night check-in net, please call now. This is KE0JGI Net Control.
Kilo Echo 0, November Hotel Lima, KE0NHL, Heather and Clever, on the 015, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 6, Golf Alpha Echo, KE6GAE, Dave in Rogersville on the 442.425 with comments.
King Adam 0, King David William, KA0, KADW. Brad in Northeast Polk County on the 147.255 Dallas County repeater, no comment.
Kilo Echo 0, Oscar Mike Juliet, KE0, OMJ, Roger, and Ozark on the 015. Short time, no traffic.
Mobile, short time on the 015, no traffic.
Kilo Quebec 0, Quebec, KQ0Q, no traffic, short time on the 927-0125.
Kilo Bravo 0, Tango, Kilo Victor, KB0, TKV, David Sparta, the 015, no traffic.
No traffic.
Getting a bunch of doubles.
In 0 ITR, November 0, India, Tango, Romeo, Ted, passing through Ozark on the 015, no traffic.
November 0, India, Romeo Mike, Kent, Kilo Echo, November Tango, in Galena, Missouri, no traffic.
This is Kilo Bravo 0, November Hotel X-Ray, KB0 NHX James, portable, in the clandestine radio lab near Clover, Missouri, no traffic.
All right, I'm going to pause there and go through what I was able to copy. I think we had several doubles in there. I copied KE0NHL, KE6GAE, KA0KDW, KE0OMJ, KQ0Q, KB0TKV, N0ITR, N0IRM, and KB0NHX. Any corrections to any of those calls? All right, and then Dave, KE6GAE, I think you said you had comments. Go ahead.
KE0JGI, rest of the net, this is KE6GAE. Guess when I made the announcement, I said 8 to 10. The Hamfest is actually 8 to 1. Doors open at 8. They start serving breakfast at 7. The other thing I forgot to say is April the 12th, there will be a fox hunt at Nathaniel Green Park, the Springfield Botanical Gardens, and it will start at 12 o'clock. Even if you've ever done it, come on out. We'll help you out. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of people there as well. That's all we got, so we'll pass it back to Net Control. KE6GAE, back to Net Control.
All right, thanks for clearing that up, Dave. I didn't even notice the time that you gave, but that would be an awful short Hamfest, wouldn't it? All right, let's open it back up for anybody else wishing to check into the Nixa Amateur Radio Club's Thursday night check-in net. This is KE0JGI.
Kilo Charlie 0, India Yankee India, KC0IYI, Jim and Nixa checking in on Republic 220 tonight, no traffic.
Kilo Echo 0, Mike Papa, India, KE0 MPI, Paul, mobile through South Springfield on the 015, no traffic.
This is K5 Papa Juliet Radio, K5 PJR Rogersville, name is Tony, and we have no traffic, and we're on the 015. This is Alpha Kilo 0 Delta
Sierra, Kent and Ozark on the 015, no traffic. W0HL, Whiskey Zero Hotel Lima, Dennis, Nevada via All-Star.
This is WB0NTZ, William Baker 0, November Tango Zulu on 220 megahertz.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause there again. I copied KC0IYI, KE0MPI, K5PJR, W0HL, and WB0NTZ. I also had Kent and Ozark. Kent, I missed your call sign. If you could give me that again, please.
Alpha Kilo Zero, Delta Sierra, AK0TS.
All right, AK0TS. Thanks for giving me that a second time. Sorry about that. All right, let's open it back up. Anybody wishing to check into the Nixa Amateur Radio Club's Thursday night check-in net, please call now. This is KE0JGI.
Tank Control. Tank Control, this is November 5, Juliet Bravo Papa, N5JBP. I'm Joe, and I'm in Carroll County, Arkansas. No traffic.
If you're watching the stream, jump in the chat and say hi. And thanks for stopping by.
All right, we got one more there. N5JBP, thank you for checking in. We clear with you. And let's make one more call for anybody wishing to check into the Thursday night Nixa NARC net. This is KE0JGI net control.
K0OLD. K0OLD. Brian, Nixa, no traffic.
Kilo Mike 6, Alpha Oscar Bravo, KM6 AOB, Ralph Bolivar, no traffic.
Click that subscribe button. Help me out there. I've got it to where I can actually start doing some lives, and I plan on doing a live from the Orr's Hamfest this weekend. So hopefully we'll get some people watching this weekend when I do the live from the Hamfest.
All right, we had two there, K0OLD and KM6OAB. Be clear with both of you. I guess we'll make one more call. Anybody else wishing to check into the Nixa NARC net, please call now. KE0JGI.
Recheck.
I think there was a station there, but I may have doubled with you. If you want to try again, go ahead.
Recheck. KM6 AOB, Kilo Mike 6 Alpha, Oscar Bravo.
NJB, November 0, November Juliet Alpha. I'm driving from NARC to Nixa, no traffic.
Okay, I got that correction. I got KM6 AOB, sorry. Got a couple of letters reversed there. And then I had an N0 station that was trying to check in there. You were a little staticky. If you want to try again, please.
Copy, this is November 0, November Juliet, and 0 JP. From NARC to Nixa, over.
Okay, I was able to copy N0NJ. I believe I missed the last letter. If you give me that last letter of your call, please.
Last letter, Papa, P, Papa.
Copy. P as in Papa. Thank you very much for checking in. Now with that, we'll go ahead and close out the next Amateur Radio Club's net. All these repeaters will remain linked together until 9 p.m. If you want to try different bands, you're certainly welcome to with other amateurs on the different bands and see what your equipment can do. Everybody have a good evening and a good weekend. This is KE0JGI, Nixa, Missouri.
All right, everybody. Well, oh, excuse me. Hopefully, hope to see everybody at the Ham Fest this weekend. I want to thank you for stopping by the stream. And 8 o'clock on 146.460, Sean, KE0MAD, runs a simplex net. And if you're anywhere in southwest Missouri, you might not be able to get to his you can't get to him when he's on his vertical. He's got a beam that he spins around. And he starts in the southeast and spins all the way back around to the southwest. We got some that check in from Arkansas and other places. So if you're in the southwest Missouri area, you got to give it a try to check in. Let you see how well your equipment's working. And it's definitely a good net. All right, everybody. Like I said, I want to thank you for stopping by KE6GA, the Hillbilly Ham. This is where ham radio comes to life. Let's all learn this ham radio stuff together. Because I still got, even though I've been 30-year ham, I still got a lot to learn. I'm starting to work on some JSA calling stuff, so I'll be putting some videos together on that. I'm going to start concentrating on WinLink and JSA call and some of those things. And then maybe we'll work in some other stuff. Also, once it starts warming up, I want to start getting out and doing some POTA. Do some of that kind of stuff. All right, 73, y'all. I want to thank you for stopping by. And do me a favor, hit that like button. Definitely helps me out. Oh, and the stream, the simplex net, look up KE0MAD. I think it's ham radio with KE0MAD, I believe. Give me a second. I gotta find his it's ham radio with KE0MAD. So look that up. He should be streaming that live on YouTube. So that's another way you can participate. All right, once again, guys, 73 y'all. Have a good evening.
Mobile there.